Happy spring, everyone. Welcome back to Mimi's Home and Garden. This week I've been getting all the beds ready in the back kitchen garden for planting. I am so anxious to get things in that garden. So here is a view of my backyard kitchen garden. I've worked on all the beds that do not have plants in them. I've been adding fertilizers and compost and manures, getting everything ready to start planting, hopefully the end of next week. I think we've got an Arctic blast coming through. I'm watching the weather carefully. This is the spiral herb garden that I planted last year. I'll leave a link below where you can see that video, but I'm going to fill this up with peppers, hot peppers and all kinds of bell peppers and gypsy peppers this year, so I'm really excited about that. This will be for string beans in the spring and rattlesnake pole beans in the fall. I've got 2 buckets of beets started here. I'm hardening those seeds off. I've got all my potato buckets have sprouted and are up, and I'm getting ready to add more soil to mound over those plants. But anyway, it's been a very busy week, and this is what I did to get these beds ready for planting. I'm adding a bag of black cow to each bed, and I've already added some compost, and I'm going to also toss in some 888 fertilizer. You know, with the economy and the weather and all of the things that are happening in our country and around the world, I really feel like this year I'm stepping up my game in the garden. I want to make sure that I can grow as much food as possible and to be more self-sufficient. So I'm really working to fertilize these beds and to learn how to grow things from seeds this year, to really try to become much more self-sufficient. We just do not know what the future holds, and so that's why I'm really putting in the effort this year in the garden and almost doubling the size that I did last year. I still will go visit the farmers markets and the produce stands, and I'm going to be canning and freezing and putting up food, but this gardening part is really important to me this year. So I've filled in with this bed, and it's going to be a zucchini and squash bed. I've got all my zucchinis and squash in the greenhouse, and so I plan to fill this bed with that. The bed in front of it, I'm still not sure. I've just got so many plants. I'm still plotting that out. But here I am adding in some fertilizer, and then I'm going to give it a good water. You know, plants are so expensive. I can't believe how much the price has gone up this year. So I'm really glad that I did all those seed starts in my home back in February, because, you know, $4.98, $3.98 for one plant at Lowe's is just outrageous. So I'm real excited about having my own plants. This bed that I'm working in now will be for cucumbers on both sides. We divided the bed in half and put this fencing in the middle for the cucumbers to grow up. And it worked great last year, so I'm real excited about getting a lot of pickling cucumbers out of this bed. So I've done both sides again with the black cow and the fertilizer. Some of the plants I'll put in here, and then some of them I'm going to put in front of my chicken coop. I've made 2 beds in front of the coop, and I'll show you that. I've added in some fencing in front of the coop, and this provides the chickens with some shade. This gets full sun, and it gets really hot in that run. So if I run the cucumbers up the chicken coop, it will keep them cool, and then I'll get a lot of cucumbers. So here is a quick view of the backyard kitchen garden. The black tubs are going to have tomatoes in them. There is my green stalk back on the deck. This is new this year, so I'm real anxious to get that going. I've seen this stalk on many YouTube channels that I follow, and I really wanted to give it a try. So in the bottom 2 rows, I've got a carrot that's a small dwarf size carrot. I've got lettuces in the middle, and at the top I've got chives, dill, parsley, and sage. And it looks like it's going to work out great. And if it does, I'm going to order a couple more for next year or in the fall, because this is a great way to garden, standing straight up. The older you get, the harder it is to get down in the beds. So if this works, I'm certainly going to order some more. Just keep watching this summer to see how well this does. I'm real excited about this green stalk. You can just Google the green stalk and it will take you to their website. I love the self-watering feature. You just add water at the top and it runs down through every tray. And I even got the extra casters to put on the bottom so that I can roll it around on my deck. So stay tuned. Let's see how this works this year. Now, all during the week, I've been pulling my plants out of the greenhouse. We're playing musical plants and pulling those out so that they can get hardened off in the sunshine and in the wind. So I have every day toted these in and out of the greenhouse. I've got peppers, all kinds of peppers, zucchini, squash, cucumbers, tomatoes, many varieties of tomatoes, and I'm just thrilled to death. All this was grown by seeds, and I did those in my dining room. And the pepper plants have been amazing. They were Haas Tool seeds, and they have done marvelous, and I'm really, really excited about putting all those in the spiral garden. The potatoes have come up in every bucket. Isn't that thrilling? So now I need to add some more soil. So I just toss in the soil right on top of the plants. This is called mounding. So these are the red potatoes, and I will keep adding soil as the plant gets taller. So I have 4 big containers of red potatoes, 2 of Yukon Gold, and then 3 of a regular russet potato. So I should have a really good supply of potatoes this summer. So this has been a very busy week. I am exhausted. It's Friday evening and I have been so busy all week. So I'm going to kind of take it easy tomorrow. But I just wanted to share what's going on in my backyard. The cherry blossom tree came out. I thought it was dead, and I told my husband we may have to cut that down. And then today we walked out in the backyard and this thing is in full bloom. So it must have been listening to me and decided it needed to show off, so I'm going to keep it. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more gardening updates throughout the spring and summer. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that and hit the like button. Thanks so much and have a blessed day.